Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Cameron Kent. Today I'm going to be talking about Across the Spider-Verse. Wow. It was an amazing movie. If you guys have seen the first one and thought it was amazing, this one, like, I had my expectations for this movie, and knowing, like, how great the first one was, I thought, okay, there are movies where sequels usually flop or they get better. So I had my expectations high, like the original Into the Spider-Verse high. Oh no, it skyrocketed. How? I loved this movie. So, like, it was a fun time. Me and some friends went to go see it because we're huge Spider-Man superhero fans. We all went in our Spider-Man costumes. I only have a Spider-Man mask. So here's, like, the picture. Like, it was so funny. Like, we walked in and two Spider-Men were just, saw us and just started pointing. We all just started pointing. We didn't know who it was. Here's a picture right here. But, oh my gosh. So, it was just an amazing experience. They were giving out free posters, and I love the movie so much I wanted to frame it. So, here you are. I framed the movie and I have it on I didn't frame the movie. I framed the poster and it's on display now. I just love this movie. Like, it's just such a good, enjoyable movie. I could rave about it for all day. It is so hard to talk about it without giving any spoilers. So I can only really tell you what happens in the trailers and, like, my thoughts on it. So, oh my gosh. This movie, I don't even know where to start, my goodness. Just the animation and the variety of animation, because there are a ton of Spider-Man in this movie. You guys saw that in the trailers if you're interested in Spider-Verse. Almost each of them have their own unique animation style. Like, there's Miles. Like, it shows some of Gwen's universe. She has her own, like, her own style. I can't think of a way to explain her style in her universe. But yeah. Like, there's this Spider-Punk, you guys know him. He's just so, it's like this, he has such cool animation, and seeing them all come together is amazing to me. I've always wanted to do animated stuff, and I don't know how. I want to, like, I can just admire that every time I watch this movie. I want to watch it again because there's just so many Easter eggs and stuff. Like, there's so many cameos, Easter eggs, hidden details. Like, they bring in some live action aspects. I can't tell you what, because it's like, you're gonna be surprised. There are so many surprises in this movie, and go see it. Go see it. You're gonna enjoy it. Wow. But, like, each universe, each Spider-Man has its own animation style, and it's so cool. Miles is definitely a more grown-up character now, and he's like, it's at a point where he's, like, getting ready for college, or starting early with his college applications. It's like he's at that point in his life, and he is just matured and grown so much compared to the first one. And, like, you can just tell, and the way the characters have grown is just awesome to me. I will say, isn't it? I think it's the longest animated movie ever now, which definitely, like, is great. But all the characters had so much time to shine. Miles had a great story and great setup. Gwen, it fleshed her out more, fleshed out her personal life a lot more. You can empathize with her a lot more, and it's like, it's just whoa to me. Like, those are the two characters it primarily focuses on, pretty much, for the whole movie. And it sort of, like, it sort of explains more about, like, this is what Multiverse of Madness should have been, but instead it's with Spider-Man. And I'm not complaining. This was such a good movie. Each of the actors did an amazing job. Like, I want to talk about Spider-Man 2099. He is, like, a big part of this movie, and he is, like, wow, there are some parts where he's, like, terrifying, and some parts where he's just awesome. He is such a good Spider-Man, and just, wow. I think he looks awesome, and sounds awesome, and he is insane. Like, I have to say stuff but I can't because there's, like, spoilers involved in everything. But, essentially, I just want to give you guys a quick rundown, essentially, of my thoughts, because I can't give spoilers, obviously. The main character's amazing, great setup. When it gets closer to the end, like, it's just so epic. And also, I want to talk real quick about the Spot. The Spot is, like, the main villain. He seems to be the big bad of this movie, like, and I never took Spot seriously. I never heard of him until a couple months ago. And I was like, the Spot? That sounds kind of goofy. But no, like, in this movie, he is, like, it's like this haunting presence almost. And, like, you can tell, like, he is definitely going to be something big in the future. Your Spot was really good, and I will say there are no post-credit scenes. I do want to give you guys that. But go see this movie, and after you watch this movie, you're going to want more. That's all I can say. I can't really say much without spoilers, but there are so many Easter eggs I would love to talk about, the story I would love to talk about, the characters I'd love to talk about. Just, I can praise the animation all day. It's insane. Just go see this movie. Go see Into the Spider-Verse. I tried a Spider-Verse Whopper for this, and it was amazing. Just go see this movie. That's all I can say, guys. You will not regret it at all. So, for my movie reviews, 0 out of 10, I give this movie, honestly, a 9.5 or a 10. My one thing I will say, this is just entirely my preference. I think I like the soundtrack more for the first one, in a bit more than the second one. But that's just, to me, that's subjective. People like different music. And the music from the first one stood out to me a lot more and felt more iconic. And the music was good in this one. It didn't hit me as much for it just the first one did in terms of its soundtrack. It's still good though. And it's not a complaint. It's just my opinion. I would feel weird not bringing that up. I said that's like one of my thoughts after this movie. I was like, my only negative thing is I think the soundtrack for the first one was a bit more insane for me. Like, I like the first soundtrack more. Regardless, this movie is so much better than the first one. The people writing in these movies, they know what they're doing. These animators know what they're doing. This movie is worth your time and energy. Go see it. You'll be mind blown. I want to go see it again. Probably will in the near future. So, if you guys are interested in me talking Easter eggs and spoilers, I've never really done anything like that before. I don't know if I've never done a breakdown on video before. So, if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, I'm totally up for the idea. But overall, great movie. Go see it. That's all I can say. Alright, I'm talking way longer than I should have, but this is a movie you should definitely go see. And if you guys like this video, and my thoughts on this video, or my thoughts on this movie, you can leave a like, and if you think I've earned your subscription, please subscribe. That would be nice. It's just a click of a button. And what are your thoughts in the comments down below? Feel free to talk about it. Please be wary of spoilers. Like, don't drop spoilers, like, just to be rude. Just please don't do that. But you guys are free to talk about this movie and your thoughts. It's a great movie. It's groundbreaking. It's amazing. It's spectacular. It's... I don't know any other Spider-Man nicknames. I'm sure there's a lot more, but goodbye.